quoting.
I'm doing that. What's
Comtown.
who's that UFC commentator that you know what I'm talking about, right?
Who? Oh,
When
John.
they're like black trunks for Jones,
Oh,
white
that's Joe
trunks for
Rogan.
Usman, and yeah, but who's the other one who says like
Oh,
that was said by Joe Rogan?
Mike Goldberg.
Like I
That's his
love
name.
that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
what was he's like or black guy Jones,
Yeah,
white guy
Yeah,
Usman. He's like that was said by Joe Rogan.
yeah. Joe's like, why can't I just say that? Why can't I just say that?
I love that comes out after the whole N word
Did we?
controversy.
Yeah,
with
we
him.
didn't talk about that at all, huh? That was ridiculous, bro. Literally every single time he said it was like in a context that should be acceptable if you're a fucking adult.
Yeah, especially like when it was said, like what, like 10, 15 years ago.
No, but not even then. Like I don't think it's a good thing that there's a magical word that it destroys your feelings every time you hear it. I don't consider that a strength. I understand that like I'm not black. I don't get it. You know, I don't feel the same way, obviously. But I think that should be something that you should be looking to change. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that there's a spell going around that basically ruins your day every time you hear it. I'm like, that's terrible. Like,
spell.
that's basically what it is. You just just like saying abracadabra to them, and they just fucking want to kill you.
Damn, he just pulled out an actual Harry Potter reference.
Yes,
I didn't know you were capable of that.
Yeah.
I actually saw the movies for the first time while you were gone. I've never seen them before.
I'm not that big a fan.
I thought they were good. I mean, I'm not gonna.
They're good movies.
I'm not gonna become a huge nerd, but I like the movies.
They're good movies, but if you think about it, you're like, this is like a step above Twilight. Like this isn't like, because they're just so like, I'm like, why can't nobody just show up with a gun and kill them? I'm like, this is like
because
crazy.
they're wizards. They blast them.
Yeah, but I'm like, I just feel like there's a lot of, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of adult shit that it's missing in those movies, and I just think they're too close to reality.
The difference is with that is that Harry Potter, they're children's books.
I guess, yeah.
And you can very much tell in the first one, the first two are very much children. They're for younger, so that's why it's like a fantasy for kids. The movies do get darker, but there's still you can tell.
No, dude, as a kid, I was like, I kept waiting for my Hogwarts letter, just like every other fucking kid. But I think what happens is that then the actors are like 20, and you're like, all right, are they fucking? You know what I mean? You're like, because I'm like, you're like, this is not. You're like, why is this still kind of childish? Like, why hasn't nobody shown up with a fucking Glock to Voldemort's house and fucking shot him?
To Voldemort's house?
No, I'm like, why has
knock on the?
Yeah.
Just, hello.
I'm like, why has nobody tried to just snipe him? Because I'm like, you do have access to that technology. Like, I wanted at least.
Well, because wands are the same as guns. They can blast things.
Okay, I wanted at least a scene or something that showed you modern technology is not effective against magic. I hated that they never showed that, because they're like, dude, there's this fucking noseless motherfucker going around killing students, and we can't kill him with magic. And then they're like, have you tried a Glock? And nobody brings it up. Like, nobody ever brings it up. Like, have you tried showing up at his house with a fucking bat with barbed wire on it? Like, nobody thinks about this stuff. It is just like it. I don't know why it was just like, I was like, why is nobody talking about
this?
Have
you tried a Hellfire missile?
Yeah, have you tried jujitsu? Just try to show up at his house and then leg lock him or whatever. Like, this is crazy. Like, why is nobody
explode his knees?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, have you tried some C4? I'm like, this motherfucker's killing students. Have you tried putting a landmine in front of his fucking apartment? I don't understand. Like, what is stopping you from trying?
Like that you keep saying apartment. Like, he lives in an apartment complex, and he's just like Gary's neighbor.
No, whatever. The fucking the giant pumpkin that he lives in. Just show up with a bulldozer and try to kill him. I'm like, why is it? I'm like, you keep trying with magic and it's clearly not working. I'm like, throw a grenade at him. I don't know if I can think about something.
Yeah,
try to just
Hagrid would have a gun or something.
Dude, try to just punch him. That's the thing that always, like, I was like, I felt like they were like stuff that was like missing, where they would be like close together, and I'm like, kick him. I'm like, why? I'm like, dude, kick the wand off his fucking hand. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah, they're in like a wizard mask.
Yeah, like, you can't hold the wand if you fucking shoot his arm. I'm like, I just couldn't get that thought out of my head that somebody would be like doing like Voldemort, right?
Yeah.
In the last movie, and they're stuck doing the beam shit where they're just throwing beams at each other.
And then
I'm like,
someone just hits him with an arm bar.
No, just like Neville, like far away with a fucking M15 rifle, just shoots him in the head. Like he's distracted.
What they needed was Kamaru Usman with a Glock to just like shoot him, and if it didn't work, he get close up and just take him down.
He throws it on the ground. He's like, I throw hands then, and then while Voldemort has his fucking wand distracted, then Usman can just pummel him. Yeah, I was like, why is this?
So say when he was in that wizard battle, someone just clotheslines, they just run by him, knock him to the ground. Yeah,
somebody throw a frisbee at him. I don't like something. I'm like, you've tried magic already for years and it's not working.
Do you have a particularly heavy rock? You could
exactly. I'm like, perhaps
9/11 him. Just fly a building into the plane.
Lure him into the house with some pussy, and then use that potion, that can turn you into whatever you want to look like.
Turn into it.
No, the polyjuice.
To turn into what?
Yeah. And then you just turn into a woman, and then he's like, ooh, and then he goes, he's like, oh fuck, it's Ngannou. And he has his wand away because he's like trying to fuck. He obviously doesn't have his wand in his robe. He has to carry it in his hand. So then he puts the wand away. He gets naked, and then the polyjuice
wears off.
And it's his fucking Francis Ngannou is like, and he's naked too. He's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, come here, brother. And he fucking KOs him. I'm like, why nobody get creative?
Yeah, this is great. I don't know why there wasn't a naked Francis Ngannou beating Voldemort to death at the end of Harry Potter.
Did anybody think of like sending Anthrax where it works? Like just anything. All these they kept trying with magic. It's not working. He's better at magic than all of you,
but not better at guns.
Yeah, exactly.
You have Chris Kyle just snipe him.
Kyle Rittenhouse, the hero.
Damn it! I need to add that to my list. Remember my meme movies that would have ended sooner if Kyle Rittenhouse shot the main villain's AR-15. Because I had him in Lord of the Rings, and I had him in Drive and Dark Knight. The Dark Knight one's the best one. But I'll have to add that too. Send Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah,
put it in Friday the 13th or something. Just shoots Jason.
He's just like, it's the ending scene where he pulls up to the school and like everyone's kind of dead and he's like walking through the smoke and then he sees someone walking towards him. He's like, who is this? And it's Kyle Rittenhouse with the blue gloves and the AR-15.
He's like, your days are over. And just shoots him. He's like, I'm going on Barstool after this.